I have to use a spoon and I have to dig to find the right talent because I'm dealing with internet startup companies. Sometimes they don't even have a budget for the tools. So I have to use my network. I have to work my network. I create meetup groups. I use Stack Overflow. I use GitHub. I use Boolean searches. I go above and beyond. I've even gone with a secret code in San Francisco, dressed in Converse and a hoodie to go to an Android all-night hackathon. So yes, I get in it.
So this show always brings new dynamics, and I really love the fact that our executive producer has brought back Jer and Batsheva to be advisors. I'm a big believer in surrounding yourself with people that are smarter than you, that bring different things to the table.
We had 1 week to analyze each other, and I think we put it all on the table. And we really grew, in sharing what we felt about one another, what our perception is, because perception is reality.
You are the all-star on my team, so how'd you do that? How'd you bring it last night?
When I was in the limo, I was thinking, okay, we're going to a party, let me research, let me see what's going on social media. I looked up people, and half the people I was already following on Twitter for a good year to 2 years, so when I came into the party, I introduced myself and said, hi, I follow you on Twitter. So I did my homework on everyone that attended the event, and I made sure to network and get business cards. I got 22 business cards, connected with 18 of them on LinkedIn, and we're having conversations. I did.
Smart.
Is that a Gen Y thing, Nicole, to do the research beforehand? And
it is a Gen Y thing. It's a Gen Y thing. We're entitled. We're an entitled generation. We're gonna make up 40% of the workforce in the next 5 years.
Nicole, she's boisterous, and she's young, but I think she's good. I think that she knows her stuff in her niche area, and I think that as time goes on, she's going to be a great recruiter. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You got to learn how to listen, soak things in, take it in, learn from it, and then move on. If you don't think it's something that you can take on or add value to your life or your professional life or personal life, that's fine. You don't have to use it. But at least take things in that people have to say.
I feel like everyone feels I'm not even asking for it. It's just like everyone, whenever they get a chance, like, I know you're young, so I want to give you some advice. I'm like, okay, what are you going to tell me now? I already have 2 mentors of my own back home because I do believe in mentorship, but this is a competition. So why are you giving me advice?
As of ComScore in 2013 in December, over 43% are doing everything on their mobile devices. Every single transaction happens, and you have got to hit that demographic. It's really important. I don't want to surround myself with people that are complacent. I want to know that I can feel the breath and raising the hair on the back of my neck, and I know I better push myself as fast as I can because I've got you on my heels, or if you're in front of me, you better watch out because I am gonna get there as quickly as I can. And that is what this is about, learning and gaining experience and trust and rapport and being able to adapt to it and appreciate it, and also being able to take constructive feedback. It's all about being 360 all the time.
And you work in a corporation, and so how important is culture fit to making placements?
It's extremely important. I know from speaking to a candidate if they're going to be a good fit or not based on the companies they've worked for in the past, if it's enterprise, small, medium-sized business. You get to know your hiring manager. As a corporate recruiter, you really get to know your cultural fit. Oh, bummer.
Everybody?
Let's go, stand up.
Tell me what you thought about the first challenge when you and Batsheva were kind of observing everyone. She was observing her team, you were observing your team. How did you think they reacted in kind of in that situation?
Yeah, so when we were at the gala for the first challenge around networking, we got a chance to see my team in action for the first time. And I was impressed. I was impressed with how Chris casted the show, but I did feel like they weren't taking it as seriously as they should have.
I need everyone to take their sunglasses off right now. I want to see your eyes. Hope you're enjoying this beautiful Miami weather. Some cocktails. Looks like you're having a good time. Remember when I told you there are no rules to this competition? Well, we are about to do something that we've never done in Top Recruiter history. There are no rules to this competition. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you came from. This is not a game. This is a competition. We are here to compete. This challenge is all about assessing talent. We all know as recruiters that assessing talent properly is vital to being successful in our industry. In this challenge, you're going to be assessing your respective team's talent. And what I mean by that, you are going to be assessing who you think is the weakest link on your respective team. That person will be packing their bags and will get sent home tonight. I won't accept mediocrity. I won't accept excuses. If you don't bring it, I'm going to send you home. Yes, you heard me correctly. The weakest link from each team is getting sent home tonight. Now, being that we haven't all sat around a campfire and sung Kumbaya together, I don't trust you all. Therefore, I'm gonna poach you one by one and have interviews to determine who I think is the weakest link. You will have 2 hours to source, qualify, and identify. The clock starts now.
I'm working. I'm always working. Someone has to keep up with the flow. So that's why I need to still work. My client, expects the best, and I am the best, so I gotta keep going. I always felt like my dad was trying to kill me. And I mean this seriously, because when my mom had to work nights, my dad had to babysit me. And I remember him putting a pillow over my face, and I couldn't breathe. And he was tickling me, which I still can't stand today. And when I was 16, called me over and had a .357 pistol in his lap and had been drinking. And I thought to myself, if I can navigate out of here, I don't really care about that relationship with him. And I know he actually told the attorney when my parents got divorced at 13 that he didn't want anything to do with me. So if my grandparents were still living, that's where I'd have to go. That experience made me a very strong person. I don't hate my father, but it was really hard to be tormented all my life by an alcoholic.
So we just heard from Alex. For the first time ever in Top Recruiter history, didn't happen on season 1 with you, Kim.
Nope.
Didn't happen on season 2 with Polo and I. They're actually going to send 2 people home tonight. The car arrives at 11:30, and your bags must be packed and ready to go. So, Kim, who do you think is going to go home?
Your team, Chad and Pola. Pola's back. She's the returning champion. She's got the confidence. Chad, bright guy. He's obviously been doing his research. How do you think you stack up compared to those two?
I think we all stack pretty equally, to be quite honest. I think we work really well as a team.
And unfortunately, equal doesn't work in this particular competition.
Agreed.
In this particular challenge. So, Who is the weakest link? Who is the weakest member on your team?
I haven't won the title yet, neither has Chad. Pola, we love you, but we know you've won. And we know that you're a very team environment. I love that you took everything for the team last time, so I'm going to ask you if you can be the one that steps down for this one.
So we haven't even, like, we have 2 hours to, like, assess
I know, but
the talent
I'm
here,
just gonna
and right
say-
off you're just like, Pola?
I'm going to ask.
Well, I wouldn't say it's weakest. I would say it's someone who's going to stand up and take the courage. And that's how I'm looking at this. And the person, we've kind of already decided who's going to be that courage person.
And what do you mean by that courage?
Someone who has the courage enough to be self-aware, who knows, like,
That they are the weakest link.
Well, I appreciate her honesty, and that's really what being a team is all about. And I can understand.
Courage to be self-aware that you are.
the courage to be self-aware that, you know, sometimes you have to look out for the team and what's best for the team.
Okay, so bite the bullet.
Yep.
Okay. And who is going to bite the bullet on your team?
Pola. My goal was to influence and navigate and negotiate her out of my way immediately. And in fact, I did so when we were on the team as a corporate. And so I said, you need to take the bullet. You need to stand up and have courage and take one for the team.
So you don't think you're better than Pola?
I don't.
You don't think you're a more successful recruiter?
Well, let's just say I have more years under my belt.
Okay, so it sounds like you have more years, more experience.
More experience.
Therefore, you're a better recruiter.
So if corporate or the corporate team wins,
Yeah, not
we have to
win,
pick.
win.
Yeah, then we'd have to pick one person. So if we did send Pola home, which is crazy, you'd slit your own throat. But let's say that happens, then it's you two, right? So corporate team wins, then we have to pick a winner. Can't be me. She's already gone. You want to be the fresh face of the movement.
Okay, but you keep saying, let's just say. But let's be blunt here.
Okay.
You're an expert.
I
You have
am
more
an
experience. You're
I
a better
do.
recruiter than Pola.
I am a better recruiter than Pola.
Thank you. That's all you had to say.
You know, the know-it-alls are going to be the weakest, without naming any specific names.
Who are you talking about specifically?
The youngest cast member, we'll leave it at that.
As soon as we met with this group, we decided what were the top 3 things that we're going to decide. And she's just like, well, we need direct answers as recruiters. Sure. Absolutely.
We came up with a few components that we look at in strengths and weaknesses, not only within ourselves, but within, you know, the standard process that we would go through in recruiting candidates as well. So we applied that to ourselves and came up with some numbers.
You have recommendations on LinkedIn, and so do I. I don't have as many as you. You've been around longer than I, but I have more than her, and she's been around longer than both
Sure.
of us.
Right,
so
right.
is that weird?
It says something, yeah.
You know what? They talk about connections and networking and whatnot. I'm all about billing. Show me what you're billing. Okay?
I feel that she may be lacking in the social media aspect, and
Do you want me to give my assessment as to why?
yes, I do.
She specializes in one industry.
All right,
How many industries do you work with?
all of them.
Me too.
Been there, done that.
So what makes you a good recruiter? Being good at just one industry or being recommended into other industries?
From any component, the numbers, the experience, the education, no matter which way you shake it, it's clear that I'm definitely the front runner in this group.
Because you can say that you've got 50 clients or 20-something clients. Are those existing working clients? And what is your relationship with those clients? Because that's spreading yourself real thin to me.
If Vad and I were interviewing for the same job, who would you hire?
It's a good question.
Yeah, and numbers and experience are one thing, but getting the job done is what it's all about.
Sure.
And how do you separate yourself from the other two in regards to that?
You don't get as far as I've gotten off bullshit alone. You know, I run my own firm, and I eat what I kill. I only wanted to hire people out of that company because I knew what I had to go through and what they had to go through.
I'm not looking, Jay. I'm sorry. I love working for Rockstar.
Nicole's going to be the most unqualified on our team. For the reasons that we had discussed, I think that going outside of her element is the biggest limitation for her.
The strongest cast member, in my opinion, is definitely Chad. He's a front runner. He's coming out with everything he has. But has he peaked too early?
My social sourcing capabilities, my certified diversity recruitment background, I can find the hidden talent. I can find the talent companies need to diversify their companies.
Okay.
But you can't say we're on the same playing field, you know? Different skill sets, different abilities. There has to be a hierarchy.
I told them I was so excited when I heard that we were all paired together. That
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
We got a winning
we all
team.
high-fived, right?
It's
We
a
should cheers
winning
to that
team.
again.
It really is. Like,
I was like,
wow.
But we have to choose one. You
I
know,
we have to
you
choose
guys
one.
can't be on
It'd
the
be
same.
easier if I could choose from the agency side.
Okay, but we'll get into that later.
there's always someone that takes one for the team, but that means they stand out. And that's one of the reasons why I voted for Paula last year, is because she realized that team, we is more important than I.
It is. Yeah.
So what's the hierarchy on your team?
I've come out on top. Paula's still learning. She needs. We need some knowledge transfer.
How do you feel she's been doing? You know, defending champion. Do you feel like she's been bringing it?
And biggest competition, I'd say probably Paula, because she's the winner and she handles herself very diplomatically and so on. So I'd love to take the crown from her.
So the weakest link on your team is?
I hate to say it, but I don't know.
You have to give me a name, otherwise it could be you. Do you want to go home?
I don't want to go home.
Okay, so you have to give me a name. The weakest link is?
Well, my team is interesting. I have Van, who is a pretty extraordinary woman based on where she's come from. And I'm really impressed with her. She's strong and has a very, very strong shell around her. So I've been really working on helping her bring out her vulnerability, because I think that's what people will be attracted to. And it's hard for her. She needs to show a softness, as we do in business. And but the fire's been lit, and so it's been fun seeing her get a little snarky.
The main reason why I'm here is because of everybody that I've actually spoken to as a recruiter has always said to me, I've never spoken with a recruiter like you.
Who do you think is the weakest link on your team?
Good question. Difficult to answer in the sense of, I do like them all, obviously for the right reasons, but this is a challenge.
Connections are decision makers, because the CEO of a Latin American division, there's 50 employees.
You have the experience. No one's taking that away from you. Just top recruiter? I don't know yet. I think maybe you have to expand just a little bit more.
You think Nicole's the weakest link?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Multiple reasons. One, she doesn't have national experience. Need to expand.
But you only do telecom.
No, sweetie, I don't only do telecom. I've done
So what do you
engineering,
do?
I've done IT,
Okay.
I've done it all. I've done contingency, I've done perm, contract. It doesn't really matter.
Talk about
For you,
what industries have
I
you
would
worked
love
in?
to see you expand a little
getting
bit
hot out
more
here.
nationwide.
Why do you think national experience is so vital?
You have candidates that you're speaking with that probably don't want to stay in Miami, that want to go to California or Colorado. Having to understand that culture in those areas.
Recommendations, I had around 50. Nicole had around 13. Van had around 8 or 9.
So she was saying she had double the connections you have on LinkedIn, double the
Doesn't matter.
recommendations, so you
Look
don't
at-
think that's relevant?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Look at what those connections are. My connections are CEOs, VPs, senior management,
Okay.
decision makers.
Okay.
Okay. You look at my LinkedIn.
No.
You guys obviously, you guys went against me because of how many connections I have and how many recommendations.
Nobody
Let me tell you
nobody
what.
went against you.
There
We
is
were
a-
just
You're doing stats.
So what do you think you bring to the table that Nicole doesn't?
Experience,
Okay.
not age. She keeps saying Gen Y. We need Gen Y recruiters. That's what makes us who we are, right? Because they're the drivers. We're the leaders. There's a difference between drivers and leaders. If I could, I would hire you on my team. But the only thing is you're not diverse enough.
Right.
So your choice for weakest link would be?
Nicole.
You can't teach someone motivation. So what I love about her is that she just is intrinsically motivated and is so out there, but you could help tone it down. So she's a little diamond in the rough.
If you had an open position on your team right now, and Van and I were interviewing for the same job, who would you hire?
We've had Darren up here. Darren says you're one-dimensional. We've had Van up here, and Van says you're too green, you dominate the conversations, and you're a little cocky. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't answer that right now. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I think that in the next 4 years, people like me will dominate their workforce. In the next 5 years, 40% of the workforce will be exactly like me. They manage regional divisions of large companies. How are they going to attract people like me if they don't like working with people like me?
If you're dealing with recruiting and sourcing, you'd be my person.
That's a very good point. And what about the point that Van was talking about earlier where she said being a good recruiter is about listening to your candidates, listening to feedback. And she says you lack that ability and that skill completely.
If it was with clients and strictly clients, it would be Van.
So they're failing to conceive that. They're trying to defend themselves that they have more years of experience and they have kids and they're single moms and they're single dads, and that makes them hungry. You know what makes me hungry? I like shopping at Gucci. But
if it was running a full cycle desk,
I work a full cycle desk.
I would have to work with you.
Right. You know, experience is one thing, but we talked about it earlier. It's all about making the placements, getting the job done. It doesn't matter how many LinkedIn connections you have or recommendations. It's about placing top talent in the right fit, the right culture fit. So you think you have that skill set and that ability, and that's something that those two lack.
You know why? Because they're on their way out. I have one other advantage which we haven't really touched base on this show a lot. I speak 3 languages.
Yeah.
Why are they on the way out?
Because they're seasoned.
They're seasoned.
I'm on the way in. So my candidates of today are my clients tomorrow. If I don't retain my candidates, you think they're gonna be my clients 5 years from now? I'm not even gonna be 30. And you might, in the next 5 years, you will see that most of your clients are my age.
Yeah, they are.
So you're gonna have to know how to sell to them.
Yes, we will.
So Nicole, who do you think is the weakest link on your team?
I think the weakest link on my team is Van.
What do you think about Chad?
I like Chad. As I said, he's good. He's been teaching me some social recruiting stuff, and he's professional. I didn't feel he was talking over people. I would have someone like him on my team.
I just spent a couple hours poolside with Pola.
Yeah.
She's ready to slit her own throat and go home for the sake of the corporate team.
I take that personally.
Yeah.
You know, because I was a defending champion, and I take this show and this competition very seriously.
Right.
We're here to represent the brand.
Right.
And if she's here just to exist, I don't want her here.
It's not a vacation.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather wouldn't show up to the fight like this.
No.
Right?
No. I heard that you're gonna slit your own wrist and basically concede to this challenge. Is that true?
I disagree with you. I feel I've been very existent.
Well, answer my question first. Are you gonna slit your wrist and concede to this challenge?
I'm not. I believe in let the best person win this show.
So where has the competitive spirit been?
I'm doing my thing my own way. I would
We're not in front of the group. You don't have to be PC. It's you and me right now, okay?
Yeah.
One-on-one, behind closed doors, just like you told me.
Right.
You're never gonna throw anyone under the bus in front of them. And I respect that. But now it's just you and me. So let's talk, let's be blunt.
I mean, I have learned stuff from him. Kim and I would probably learn more from a Chad because those are some of my weaknesses.
Sure.
But Kim and I are on the same playing field. Kim could not rock the Brazilian market or the South Florida market the way that I have because of all of my professional network. I couldn't rock the California West Coast network as Kim has because that's been her bread and butter.
But she says she's versatile, more versatile than you.
Pola, I think she just has overconfidence from being the reigning champ.
And you think you are a far superior recruiter than Kim Poe?
I didn't say that.
So you think you're just a little better?
No.
Well, are you better?
My own team between Kim and Chad would be my biggest competition. But I feel that if I keep doing what I've done in season 2 and just keep doing my thing, I have a very strong chance at winning.
So, your vote for the weakest link in your team is?
Just because she would not fit into...
I just need a name. You don't need to keep explaining.
It would be Kim.
So I had a chance to interview all of you one-on-one. Is this a joke to you? Is this competition a joke? You guys are all looking at me with a blank stare. Do you know what people are saying about you? They think you're actors. They don't even think you're recruiters. Do any of you take that personally? You do realize that it's me versus you. You do realize that my goal is to break you down. The quote-unquote world's top recruiters. I want to break you down. I am the house. And so far, the house is winning. I need some more time to think about who I want to send home because in reality, I'd love to send all of you home and just wash my hands of this. So all of you get together, go upstairs, and pack up your stuff. We'll talk later tonight, and 2 of you will be sent home. I wasn't joking about that.
No.
They threw you under the bus. To my face, they threw you under the bus behind closed doors. That's how they feel about you. And I'm giving you this courtesy. I'm not talking to anybody else. I'm giving you this courtesy because you're a defending champion.
We're ready. You and I talked from the beginning that we're gonna make it happen. And we're gonna work together. Agency or in-house, it doesn't matter.
I just don't want
We're
my
both
kids.
recruiters.
I just think that I'm a failure, you know?
You're not a failure. You've done so well in your business. You've succeeded.
I know.
I've even tried to recruit you, Van, so.
I love you, Chad. Thank
love you.
So it's packing time. Have to call up your boy in Miami Beach, see what's going on down there. Probably time to go here. See if we get some more trouble, get kicked out of another house probably. Who knows? 1 down, 2 to go.
Pack your stuff, stop laughing, because potentially, as a competitor from the opposite team, shit's about to get real for you.
You know, Jill,
Not playing.
I know, I'm not playing it either. Who's gonna do the laundry, you or me?
Again, at first I was upstairs laughing. I was like, this is like the movie, The Game. I'm like, what I think is real is not real. This is not real.
I do not believe
They're lying to you.
that's not being a true professional.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I play football.
I've been very honest with them about who I would send home tonight, and I did. I came
They-
down there, they asked.
They are lying to you.
A lot of HR professionals, a lot of recruiters watch the show, obviously a giant fan base. But when you are disruptive, when you are innovative, when you are giving a platform and a voice to some of the best recruiters in the industry, you're going to come across maybe 1 or 2 industry people, which I would like to call haters. And these haters do it out of jealousy. They don't understand, they're not educated, they haven't watched the show, they haven't had a conversation with the executive producer. They don't understand exactly what it is we're doing for the industry. And I would like them to know that there are 3 things that we're bringing to revolutionize recruiting today. Number 1, we're helping people find jobs. At the job fair alone, I know that Hard Rock filled 23 positions on site, and Top Recruiter brought a lot of that talent attraction to play. Number 2, we're exposing some of the behind the scenes on how it is that a job seeker might be better prepared to find a job in today's market. And last but not least, we're helping recruiters make connections so that they can be the best recruiters in the industry going forward. Now, what is there to hate about that?
Hello everyone. It's time for you to vote for your top recruiter for this episode. Who gets your vote? Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Top Recruiter, the competition in Miami.